1 in Group A, facing off against Paraducks64, the 19th seed, who won a 3-way tiebreaker out of Group L to finish second.
Tell you, people had to work hard to get in here. We've had, it was pretty fun to have so many tiebreakers in our group phases.
Yeah.
A lot of 1 and 2s and whatnot. So we had to win that way in. Of course, we are underway already. Just to let you all know, again, this is again
and it's
single elimination.
We got God Pipe already. Man,
okay,
well,
just ignore all the gameplay for a second. That really matter because they already got it easy for now.
Yeah. Right. We'll see how easy it is when they have to face Wendy.
Yeah, we might have big Wendy. So, single elimination here. Randomizer. All 8 worlds traverse. 8 will always be last. And of course, as you see, Wendy is here. She's not swole up. No thick this time, but we have a death.
Got 2 deaths.
Then another one.
And Sky gets through clean, and so does Seawolf.
So, what better way to explain how this thing works in case you've never seen it by just watching it? As you can see, I guess first thing we can tell you is that if you don't know what the Mario 3 Randomizer even is, first of all, where have you been the last few weeks? But type exclamation SMB3 in the chat. You can read all about the details, including how the pipes on the overworld are randomized. Hence, the first pipe taking us straight to our fortress and our first Koopa Kid fight. So, as long as KillerApp doesn't die, which he doesn't, we have sub 90-second first world.
Yeah, everybody gets everybody through, and no good pipe for Sky or Seawolf, so they're gonna have to play World 6 pretty much legit. And first regular world we get is 1-2, and we got a boss bash sighting. Everybody,
fantastic. So, fortunately, having that very short first world means minimal items to shorten any future worlds for now. So you're not going to have no 90-second world 6. That's not going to happen, not in this state here. And of course, there are 4 players, 2 simultaneous races, upper race, round 2, our bottom 2 players race each other, single elimination. They're all playing the exact same seed. So you're going to see no differences for the most part from all 4 of our players as far as what you see. And,
Sky takes 6-2, and she gets 5-6, an auto scroller in the vanilla game, but those have been turned off for the randomizer with 2 exceptions. Sky takes characteristic death there.
Yeah, I don't see that too often.
Yeah, Seawolf took 6-3, and he gets a loss level.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd rather play that lost level any day. Maybe just a smidge longer, but you don't have to worry about missing your step and falling to your death very easily.
And she had the right stuff for it with the raccoon tail, but yeah, 5-6 is not a pleasant level under most circumstances. Ooh, another death.
Ooh,
got caught by the micro Goomba. So she's gonna try 6-2. She's got a seesawing back and forth here.
One thing that be noted, if you haven't noticed, all these depths here, we have not had any levels to build up any extra lives here. So we don't want a game over right now. We have no shortcuts. We have nothing unlocked, and this is not what you. It's not too bad in this state because there's nothing you need to land on enemy-wise. But interesting to note here, Skybilz being our top-seeded player, she is undefeated. She has not lost in this tournament, and even in casual play, it's a person that you usually just don't beat. So KillerApp could have a serious big upset if for some reason he can pull this off, and she's in a bad state right now. Having to do with double Fire Brothers in the water, worst case scenario. So, gotta be a little careful here.
Okay. So the first fortress, Fred did it again. It's our first vanilla level.
See, he's still working on the software. It's a little buggy right now, so,
so long as we don't get 4 in a row like we did in that match on Saturday. I think Wolfman's still recovering from that.
So, of course, it is a randomizer, and it is that unlikely chance, or sometimes apparently extremely likely chance, of having the original stage as original location.
Nope.
But, ooh, boy.
6-4 is 7-5, so no getting around this one.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate to have these longer levels with no other alternative options. But again, they can shorten this up a little bit. Having a tail there very helpful, being able to bust out some hidden blocks and building up some P speed to avoid the kind of forced comeback and retry and rebuild the bridges and whatnot. We'll see how Paraducks and KillerApp handle it.
It looks like they got a pretty good enemy draw here. No fire chomps or suns or boss basses lurking about. It's giant versions of regular enemies.
Yeah, this is not a love to have all those things, making it much more problematic than it needs to be. Right.
So KillerApp's gonna have to take the long way around since he doesn't have raccoon abilities.
Yep. Sky is on his tails here. She begins to slow as well. All of our players sitting on the 7-5 stage here.
Paraducks, first one out. Yep. Looks like KillerApp will be the second one out.
Yep. Hey, this is a very nice enemy spawn here. If you've been watching randomizer races, you know, you can deal with some very nasty combinations of enemies between our boss bass and our fire chomps and all the other lovely items you can find here. Sky having that tail is going to give her a little advantage. She's going to be able to fly over this hidden block section.
Yeah. So she's out second. Paraducks takes care of another hammer brother, gets a P-wing.
Yeah. Now again, some of our players, when you're big, can actually, where you see KillerApp just going over those blocks, you can actually hit a couple of those blocks and clip below them without having to go all the way around. Some of our players will take advantage of that. But of course, some players will take advantage of the matching game here, trying to build up that inventory. Again, the items you receive are randomized. What you see is not what you get. You have to check your inventory to see. But whatever you get will always be that on any future matching game. So they can use that to advantage, hoping for those valuable hammers and maybe some clouds and P-wings here and there. But for right now, our inventories are pretty weak.
Yeah, 6-5 showed some mercy, gave them the beta pipeland level. All you have to do is go up.
Yeah. And KillerApp getting a P-wing there, so we'll see how that comes into play a little bit later. Everyone taking care of Hammer Brothers right now.
6-7 is 3-4, another pretty easy level overall. Good speed strats if you know them.
Yep.
Theseawolf looks like he took 6-6 and gets 3-8. So, nice thing about having 4 players is you get to see different routes, because some will take the top, some will take the bottom, depending on their preference.
Yep. Who will make the better level choice?
6-5, 6-6 kind of breaks even. They're both pretty short.
Yep. So, moving forward, oh boy.
The third fortress of World 6 in what is normally the Ice Fortress. So not quite vanilla, but close.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not too bad. Just a lot of obstacles up front. You know, all these Rotodisc and ghosts, all the scary enemies.
Yeah, that first room is a real bear, and the room Paraducks is in can be, depending on the enemy placements, but usually it's not too bad.
Yeah, fortunately that crazy hot was on the far left, so don't worry about that one.
Yeah.
Sky gonna go above that area.
So we're got about a 1 level difference overall between our competitors. Paraducks and Skybilz leading early, but this has been a long World 1. World 2, I mean. So it makes up for the... It does feel like World 1, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does here, you know. Again, the only thing we've seen, like, the best item we've seen so far between these players is a P-Wing. You know, we have no clouds.
They got a hammer after World 3, so that's going to be useful.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. But yeah, other than that, Paraducks and Sky both taking deaths.
Yeah. See what Bob and Ghost there.
Yeah, Boss Bass trolling 6-8, otherwise known as 4-6.
Skybilz gonna be a little careful here. She's down to just 1 life here.
She's got...
Oh boy. Watch out for our aerial boss bass here. Of course, interesting to note, on the particular stage she's in, if she were to go into the door and flip to the other side, boss bass would go out of play.
Yeah.
Unless for some reason Boss Bass was on that side too, but
And
typically Boss Bass will be at the beginning.
That would be something. She takes the 5 up. Paraducks does not. Paraducks goes to 6-9 and gets
not feeling that one.
That's our 3rd loss level already. Wow.
And Sky will probably do the exact same thing. I'm sure she's not going to play
no, it looks like she's going to play it through.
Ooh, that's interesting there.
Nope, she's going into the drinks. So 6-10 is 5-4.
And unfortunately, KillerApp getting a death.
With a with an angry sun in the background, but still better than the loss level. So you'll see that happen sometimes. If you have a choice, you know, if you get a really bad level like that auto-scrolling underwater level, you might just say, you know what, let's see what's on the other side. Because odds are you have a pretty good chance of it being less awful.
Yeah, unfortunately, KillerApp taking a death there. Seawolf getting. We have nom-noms everywhere going on right now.
Yeah, I tell you.
Man, this stage is not playing today.
Yes.
Again, staying low is very dangerous when you have Boss Bass here.
Yeah. And okay, Seawolf is down to just 1 life. Well, 2 lives, 0 counts. But
KillerApp dodges Boss Bass, but runs into the Koopa instead.
Seawolf in a little bit of trouble, and he gets clipped.
Oh my goodness, our diagonals on the KillerApp and Seawolf are really struggling right now. Seawolf does not want the game over here. Gonna go play the.
That is.
Oh boy, he didn't use a power up.
KillerApp just game overed. So did Seawolf.
My goodness, and so did Seawolf. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That was unfortunate. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to go all the way back here. Fortunately, they actually, I believe they got past the second bridge. So
it's not a huge time loss, but it's just really inconvenient. KillerApp, I don't think realizes this. He's playing 6-1 again.
Yeah, I don't think he paid attention to that map. The bridge is built, so he's on unnecessary levels right now. As on the flip side, Skybilz is at the fortress, about to finish up this troublesome world for some of my players here.
Yeah, Paraducks right there with her, both doing very nicely. This has been a 10+ minute world because they had to play it the whole way through.
Yeah, I hope KillerApp realizes his mistake and goes backwards. Oh, I don't think he realizes it. He's gonna hurt himself when he realizes what happened. That's gonna be
that could be terminal already, unless something horrific happens to Sky.
Yeah, this is like a 6-7 minute mistake here.
Yeah, this 4-hit Lemmy, and Sky clears at 12:27.
Yeah, Paradox just a little behind. Of course, they're on his own individual race. Again, our 2 players at the bottom are racing each other. They on the round 1 of the bracket phase. Skybilz and KillerApp, they're in round 2. Skybilz having a bye to round 2. KillerApp advancing. So single elimination. So KillerApp needs to. Well, whoever wins it is moving on. Whoever loses it will have to take that walk of shame out of the tournament.
So Paraducks finishes about 12:50, and World 5 is up, and the Skyland is up next. So they've got a hammer, so that'll cut down on the length, but still going to be a bit of a hike. At least 6 levels.
Indeed. And KillerApp a little short on that jump. Went for the big one and
I had to take it back at 7. Another Boss Bass sighting in 5-3 or 5-1 if you prefer.
It's almost like they increased the number of Boss Basses in the tournament phase.
I won. Angry Suns and increased Boss Basses. Now, who would do such a thing? Who?
I have no idea. Oh my. Maybe it's just pure coincidence.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Unlikely, but you got Boss Bass on both the right side of the screen there.
KillerApp finally realized his mistake, and he's in 6-8.
Yeah, it didn't take him long to realize that. He knows when he's racing against Skybilz, you cannot afford an error like that.
No, and 5-2, well, it's halfway vanilla. It's 7-2. So, Skies does not have flying ability, so she have to do this. Gonna have to make a loop around.
KillerApp showing a little frustration in the menu there with a triple menu check there.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's just sick and tired of this level now.
Yeah, 4-6 by itself is not especially difficult, but with the enemy placements he's getting, it can really frustrate you because a lot of the moves you'd like to make are not possible now.
Yep, and unfortunately, KillerApp is back down to 0 lives again. If he can just go in the door, he can take Boss Bass out the picture.
First, he's got to get to the door, and that's been a bit of a challenge.
Oh, ate the shell and Mario didn't even get a chance to take the damage.
He was really hungry, that Boss Bass. That's terrible.
That was a 2-for-1 platter right there, and back to start we go. But KillerApp knows what happens this time. Meanwhile, his opponent, Skybilz, second chance at the matching here. Yeah, you gotta be a little careful because when Boss Bass spawns, for some reason I've noticed that the shell doesn't kill until it actually kind of spawns and begins its traverse left to right. So until then, things don't really work except maybe a star.
Oh, he slipped past it.
Yeah, that's an example right there. What I was talking about.
Oof.
Hitbox not quite active yet.
Oh.
I feel like I should go get KillerApp a Boss Bass ate me shirt or something. Some nice little.
Oh, I'm sure he'd appreciate that. Wow, he flipped under it and he ate him.
Oh my goodness, I feel so bad. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that's just so frustrating at times. It just, you know, in the randomizer, I think all of us have had this one level where it's just such a bad set of conditions.
Yeah.
And when you don't have many items to help you through it, it's just.
Yeah. So Sky goes through 6-7. Another auto scroller turned off. Seawolf is finally out, and he jumps with joy, and clearing at 16-25. Meanwhile, and takes an intentional game over to replenish his lives. Sky gets a Lakitu Cloud, always a good thing.
When I fight another hamburger, see if we can get out of this one. And a 1-up and a star. Yeah, welcome to the world of Randomizer, you all. I'm telling you, we've had some seeds start really, really abruptly.
Yeah, Paraducks and Sky are both in the tower, which is one of 4 automatically vanilla levels in the game. The other 3 being, of course, Bowser and the Piranha levels in World 7. So, other than that, it's open season. We've had 1 vanilla level so far. And we've had 3 lost levels by my count. So, it's been an interesting variety of levels overall.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nice maneuvering by Killer. He's almost the home stretch.
Just to get there.
He's got it, finally.
Now, as long as we don't game over, you don't have to worry about that level anymore.
Right.
So, between 9 and 10, and boy.
This guy is skipping the fortress and is going to 5-8, which is 2-4, and that P-Wing was a good choice. Allows her to use the top half of the level. Paraducks, meanwhile, he got 7F2.
Yep, most likely you're going to have to, you could obviously cloud over or something, but it seems to be very uncommon to see this at some point in nearly every seed. Not necessarily all of them, but definitely a level not desired to be played. And, it's KillerApp.
It has broken many a runner.
Yeah. Especially those whose first level of the seed is this stage.
Yeah. 5-9 is 2-2, another pretty short one.
Yeah.
KillerApp's
gotta be careful here.
Down to his last round again.
His worst nightmare is gonna haunt him again if he dies.
Yeah. Paraducks soldiers through 7F2. Goes to the airship, which is Ludwig's airship from World 7.
Alright, we've gotten through with KillerApp here. See, we're tiptoeing through 7-2. Really nasty on 7-2 sometimes with all these variety of piranhas.
Yeah.
Ooh, the sun playing with the pixels there. Hammer Brother, no issue for Paraducks. It decides to just lock itself inside the block. And Sky's gonna be done with this third world.
So that was about 1936, and Killer App again playing down to 1 hit. We get a power up here.
Yeah.
Play it safe. Wait for him to retreat. Theseawolf opting to play the Fortress, and it's 7F1.
May not realize he didn't need to do that. Uh-oh. He already had tail ability, so
yeah,
he just went here for no reason. Might have been a slip of the mind there.
Could have been. But World 7, the Pipeland is World 4. Unfortunately, she just burned up her hammer in Skyland, so she can't take the quick route out.
I call that the God one if you have an extra hammer to spare. With
yeah.
a hammer, a cloud, and a for some reason when you use a music box, that's a 0 stage level aside from the Fortress.
Can't say I've ever had that happen. On the hammer, but not
really
the
never
rest.
happens, right?
Yeah. Hammer, yes. The other 2 items, no. So
like today, I played. I had 5 music boxes. I'm like, yeah, thanks for that.
Game over for Killer App.
Ooh, boy.
World 6 Nightmare continues. 7-1 was 1-5. So got to play it through, and 7-3 is beta 7-3, so that's half vanilla, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta love World 7. Gotta love that. You know, this is, if you ever played Randomizer before, again, with all the pipes on the overworld map being randomized, we don't know where the exit is, so sometimes it's a gamble, sometimes it's a process of elimination, and you just hope that you can find your way to the right side of the screen as quick as possible. Sky gonna try to finish up this matching here.
You might as well see if there's any. See if any of these items actually yield hammers or something. If they do, she's probably making a quick turnaround right to 7-1 and just taking the pipe right back.
Yep, gonna be done with this level. So again, gonna check her inventory and see what it is. Well, I got a hammer suit for Bowser, but just to start otherwise. So
7-5 is the 3rd hand level. So whatever item she gets from this hand level, will be the same in the other 2 hand levels, which are shuffled in with the rest of the regular levels. So this could be advantageous. Another good chance here.
Yep.
And it's a P-Wing.
Not too bad of an item for sure. Very helpful when you take a death and you need to quickly power up, and who cares what the level, just fly over it.
Right. So 7-5 pipe takes her behind the lock next to Piranha, so she's got to play 7-4.
Tell you, process of elimination. And Theseawolf, unfortunately, taking a death there on the beginning of 7-4-2.
Yeah. So 7-4 is 1-4, another half vanilla level. Another auto-scroller turned off, too.
Yep. So just a reminder for those people who are watching, the upper match between Skybilz and KillerApp, that they are actually in a round 2 match. So the winner of their match will move on to round 3. And just to make things a little more interesting, which is our quarterfinals per se, that's when we actually go to the best of 3 games. So one game isn't good enough when we get towards the end. So at that point, best of 3. So at least 2 games every match from them there on, you know. So yeah. I can't wait for that, but we got to get there.
Yeah, and if I remember the bracket correctly, there's some good potential matches in the quarterfinals.
KillerApp might finally end his hard. Just got to get past Opal right here.
Yep.
Ugh.
7. First Fortress of World 7 is the World 5-4-2. Theseawolf's in 7-7. He's got enough star power. Okay, he's fine.
And can we get some GGs in chat? KillerApp is done with that awful second world, which happened to be World 6. Ugh. What a mess that was.
23 took 23 minutes. That's something you never want to see anybody have to go through.
Yeah, man, it's just really unfortunate.
So
really unfortunate.
Sky is through found 7-8, and 7-8 is another lost level. Meanwhile, Seawolf is actually in 7-8.
How does that work? And I don't think it's
like whoops.
I don't know if he meant to do that intentionally.
I think he did. I think he's going back for some items. But
yeah,
it's still a head scratcher, but at least he did it for a reason.
Hopefully it pays off here, and unfortunately, not getting any items. So,
that's a minute time sink then, yeah.
So he'll have to climb the tower again to get back to where he was. And unfortunately, he dies now. Well, the good thing is he's built a bridge so he can go straight to the tower. Minus the Hammer Brothers here. Well, actually, they're dead. They took all of them, so not really the same scenario. This guy's lives back.
Sky is in the second fortress, and it's the World 8 fortress. Cleared out 3-2 before that, so had to take a bit of the long way around. But the levels at least have been pretty gentle as far as difficulty.
KillerApp picking up extra life, and unfortunately with his issues today, I'm glad it's something good. No death for once. I'm gonna have to deal with 7-2 though to get out of this mess. And
Paraducks is almost finished with World 7. He just cleared the the first Piranha level. Excuse me.
Yep.
That was the second one.
Sky had to go back and hit the P-switch again. And of course, nice again Fire Flower, so he can take care of Boom Boom real quick.
Yeah. So yeah, it's almost, because of the randomness of the enemies, it's almost impossible to get the original speed run strats for this level. So
yeah. We'll see what's back on top of the World 5 there. Of course, just to get back into that 7-4-2 action. I'm sure people wouldn't mind if we just randomized that level completely out of the randomizer.
Yeah, there'd probably be a few cheers for that. So there's our hammer.
Oh, yeah, at the very end.
Of course it is.
And so it is. I'm sure she's not going to complain too much about having that in inventory.
Seawolf, all of his best laid plans have gone astray. He went into the lava.
Yep.
So he's gonna have to do this as Little Mario.
Yeah, again, another bad case scenario, having no power up in a challenging level to start with. Yeah.
Ludwig took 2 hits. Sky is halfway home at 27-32.
Yeah. Marmot, this game turns like a really bad Mario Maker level. It just wipes your lives out so quickly, and
yeah.
Man, oh man. So Sky having the lead here.
Ooh, another Seawolf, man. Paraducks trying to power his way through didn't work, so he's gonna circle back and P-switch again.
Yeah, Seawolf might even think about going to play the sliding 1-up game here, just to avoid having to traverse the tower again. But bump my thoughts, he's just going to go for it again.
And Sky, I believe, used her hammer, so she skips the first half of World 1, the first grassland, if you will, and gets 5-7.
So, unfortunately, he was going to go traverse the tower yet again here. Well, KillerApp is making his way up the tower. Sky, just a couple of stages away from completing her 5th world.
It's 4-3. Popular level among the speedrunners, I know. One of the hardest, too, to speedrun successfully.
Yep.
We got the...
Let's have the star makes this a little easier.
Okay, we got the counters up. That's good.
Yeah. Excuse me, by the way, as I'm sitting here dying on stream, if you haven't already noticed, We have updated the version for the sake of the tournament phase, or should I say the bracket phase. So if you look at their maps down there, you notice it says World 5, World 3, World 4, etc. So now what you see on screen down there in their heads-up display does match the current world they're on. So 5th world for Sky, 3rd world for KillerApp and Theseawolf, and the 4th world for Paraducks, which now is their 5th world as he's falling down now.
Yeah, there was some confusion in the round robin stage of the tournament on what world who was on, so they've addressed that.
But of course, you all like big, colorful numbers, and doggone, I work hard making the numbers, so they're gonna stay there.
Yep. And
So, like-
Larry's got his shake weights going.
Yeah, a little thick, but no problem for Teddy Ruxpin Mario up there. And
Oh, she just missed the wand. So, but she's done it. 5 worlds down at 30-10.
yeah, having some nice little luck with those hammers there. Having
Yeah.
2 pretty short worlds, and World 1 and World 3 being free for everybody.
Yeah, World 2 and 4 are still in play. Don't know if she has another hammer, so she might have to go through World 2 legit. Or World 4 for that matter, so no skipping, it looks like.
So, yeah. So, Theseawolf trying to get past this. So, yeah, doing an inventory check. No hammers there to be found, so unless we find one somewhere.
Leading off World 2 is 6-8, another level that has given many a racer in the tournament some pause with really unpleasant enemies.
Yeah. Another really challenging level start with all those fire chunks. But again, the good thing about the randomizer is, especially in a level like that, is there's so many enemies to choose from. You know? If you think about each of the level pools, KillerApp cartwheel into his death, unfortunately. That's a big fall there.
He's gonna P-wing his way through it. Good choice.
I think one of the worst things about Mario game is dying while you're invincible. It's just such an underwhelming experience. Like, ugh. Like, nothing can hurt you, but you still find a way to kill yourself. Yeah.
You know, the Superman paradox.
You know?
Something. But Sky gets through 3-9, no problems there.
There's a statue dodge across the babies there.
Yeah.
Roy taking out that P-wing from KillerApp, but unfortunately, we saw it was a one hit, so no problem for him. So he's going to move on to his 4th world here. Theseawolf. Ooh, boy. Again, not having any flight abilities, so obviously desire to just take the top part. You don't have to worry about any enemies.
Yeah.
And, ooh, could I watch your head there? Again, I think those are another one of those annoying enemies, randomized, especially having to deal with the little baby Goombas, because they can stack on top of you, and then who knows what else is around you.
They'll troll you if you let them.
Indeed.
So, guy finishes off World 3 Fort 1, and, well, it's one level off from Vanilla. She gets the Oasis or Quicksand level, if you prefer.
Yeah.
2-3, and Boss Bass giving chase, but
yeah, gotta be a little careful when you fly, because
yeah,
you lose your forward momentum when you fly. It's nice you stay in the air. Little tag team from the sun, eh? Yeah. So 2 separate races going on. Our upper 2 players are racing each other. They are both in round 2 of the tournament phase in our brackets, and our bottom 2 players are actually in a round 1 match. And again, a single elimination. So whoever wins, they're advanced, and the loser will have to enjoy our lovely parting gifts here.
Yeah, 2-3 and 2 Quicksand were actually flipped. That's interesting. Guy trying to snipe the Angry Sun didn't quite work out, so she'll have to go again. She'll have to tough it out here, but okay, got him on the wraparound.
Yep, Sun has been deceased.
Yeah, and 4 goes the 5 up. She's got 16 lives. 17, really, but she's...
Yeah, it was looking a little shaky for the beginning, man, because she had unusually a lot of deaths at the beginning of this, which is atypical of her. But again, with her having deaths, it's no surprise that many other people had deaths.
Yeah, it's like, it would have been something if it were just her, but no, everyone had a really kind of tough go of it to start. I think Paraducks might have been the only one who got out relatively unscathed by comparison, but
yeah.
So Seawolf finally about to be done with World the Skyland, and again jumping for joy, finishing at 35 on the nose. So Desert Land is giving a lot of World 2 levels, just not in their normal position.
Yeah, people. That's how the rando goes here. Again, just the FYI, our bottom players will be advancing to round 2, whoever wins it. Our upper players, whoever wins it, will be advancing to the quarterfinals. This sounds impressive by saying quarterfinals. Where again, we go to best of 3 format for quarterfinals, semifinals, and the finals of this tournament.
Yep.
We should totally turn on auto scrollers. That'll make everybody happy.
Oh yeah. I can practically feel the positivity radiating through the screen.
What joy, I'm sure. Oh man.
Another hammer for Sky, so she's gonna be able to skip the first half of World 4.
Yeah, so obviously, for those who don't know, hammers being able to break locks is something unique that is available in the randomizer. Not in vanilla, just the boulders in vanilla, but there's a nice extra feature to engage some extra randomness and a little strategy. You can take advantage of that, so obviously you can skip levels and whatnot like that. Fortunate death again for KillerApp.
Yeah.
Turn all levels into auto-scroller. Yeah, okay.
We want people to play this. We don't want them to be running away.
Yep.
So KillerApp is taking the shortcut out of World 5 and 5-1, and he gets a Fire Flower for that.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many people take that route. Again, guarantee items slower, but you never know what you might get.
Yeah, I know that's a particular favorite of his. I know he likes going that route.
Yeah.
Paraducks about 2 levels behind.
Sky picking up another hammer for completing World 6.
Man.
The 6th world, so she has no issues with anything now for locks.
Right. She might be able to use that to her advantage in World 8 depending on the enemy draw. And she uses a Lakitu Cloud to skip the fort, and 4-4 is 7-3. So long as she clears, this is overall about a 5-minute time save. She skipped 4-1 to 4-3.
Yeah, so you can see you can have very short sieges here just based on the hammer stuff. And I said it doesn't always happen. You've had people, you can have sieges where you just don't get hammers. No hammers, no clouds, and it becomes a very long race, almost like playing the game naturally, but yeah, very rarely will you not at least pick up one hammer. Ooh, God, KillerApp.
Sky is skipping Hammer Brothers and Cloud Ships and is just going straight through. She's got everything she needs. 4-6 is 4-1.
Yep. Again, some of the times that you'll see when our players, once they get to a certain point of randomizer, they realize the inventory is pretty good. They keep a track of what levels are coming up, what's left. And they realize at a certain point, who needs to play matching games? You don't need any lives. You just shorten it as quick as you can, as much as you can. So they one shot me using Music Box. Yeah, she used the Music Box there. Don't need to worry about it. Even if it's a hammer, she's good. She's pretty good right now.
She's got to deal with those boos. Those guys are a real pain in this fort, and that's our second vanilla fort. Vanilla level of the game.
Yeah. Nice to have those boos and those having hot foot, especially when I make that jump there. A lot of people have missed that jump up there for not having enough speed.
Right, yeah. So So the last fort is Lemmy's. Is it Lemmy's airship? We got people yelling at Fred again.
Don't yell at him. He's sensitive now. You go your own randomizer, god dog.
So depending, World 8 is like World 7. Just looking ahead a little bit. Pipe locations are randomized, so who knows what you're gonna get? Is it gonna be good, or are you gonna have to take the hand bridge of death?
You know, we could. You know what we could do? We could just randomize the maps themselves, and who knows what you need to do. You know, here we go. Just randomly place locks and doors and paths, and who knows. Theseawolf tried to pause buffer it, but unfortunately, just a little too close to that Koopa.
Guy through 7 worlds, just over 40 minutes. So depending on the pipe placement in World 8, she could end up with like a 42 to 50 minute seed. And KillerApp is small, so takes a death.
Now, so if World 8 goes the way our first world of the match went, World 3 being World 3 free, she'll hopefully clear this level, and the first pipe tour will take her straight to the Bowser screen, which is the best case scenario you can hope for in the randomizer. Yeah,
that's one more fort, and you're done.
Yeah. The bad part is if you're someone that's trailing, you don't want that because you want them to have a chance to go a wrong way, and hopefully you'll guess the right path, but...
Or you have or you have enough of the items you need. You have enough hammers or a Lakitu cloud to get you through.
Yep. So we're gonna find out right now where this is gonna take her. Again, alternatively, the dark screen is a better option, and we don't want to be there.
No, that's not ideal. So she's gonna play the Navy level, and it's the Air Force.
So interesting enough, even though she turned away from the hand bridge duration, that doesn't mean that crossing that bridge, it could be the correct solution. But, you know, because of maths, you want to go where the most options are available to you, which is a dark screen, you know.
Right.
But we'll find out if this is a good choice or not.
The Air Force has got some tricky maneuvering, but it's not a terrible level.
Yeah.
So, Paraducks is out of... World 7 at about 41.55, so he's about 2 minutes behind Sky, even though they're not competing directly against each other.
Yeah.
Overall, best time of this 4-way.
Right on each other's tail. So we're going to see what it's going to take Sky here. And of course, she's on the dark screen, so she'll be able to check this pipe quickly. If it's right, I don't know if she has a cloud or not, but she can, well...
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Got a hammer.
So we don't have to worry about that fort altogether. We can just go warp past it. And
okay, she's got a choice to make here. Go all the way back, play Air Force, or roll the dice and play 8281.
Yeah, and that's the fun part about this. So she's gonna go back. She's gonna go back here and see if she can clear out this airship stage, whatever it is. Get that lock accessible.
Not too many the Ice Fortress for Air Force, so...
Yep. So Paraducks gonna see how Paraducks approaches where, again, taking care of the first stage, and who knows, Paraducks and Sky, even though they aren't racing each other, maybe tied, but he's gonna also go backwards.
Yeah.
Can't really blame him. But who knows? Sky might be on the path of a dead end here. We just don't know.
Well, this is going to lead to an interesting question. Does she chance the hand bridge, or does she go back and test the lock? It's a lot of backtracking.
Yeah.
But 30 seconds worth of backtracking, so...
The joy of the randomizer. This shows you, right, how challenging this can be, and just almost luck-based. You know, playing gambles here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, she's in the situation where she can't, just barrel straight through. She's got to take the long way to get to this one block and hope like hell it turns out to be the right one.
Yep. KillerApp a little too much airtime there, getting run into the cloud there.
Okay, moment of truth, and it is indeed.
Yep.
Air Force Lock is the winner.
So there we go.
And the penultimate level is the Navy.
Underwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah. all the really nasty fortresses have already been taken care of. The only one that might have given any of these runners pause at this point is probably 5 Fort 1, but
yeah.
Other than that, no trouble.
So Paraducks also making the right choice early on.
Yeah.
Nearly catching up to Sky. Even though they aren't racing against each other, all 4 players are playing the same seed. Top 2 players are racing each other, and the bottom 2 players are racing each other, but all of them are playing the exact same seed currently.
Sky using the hammer star combo to get through that opening corridor. Oh, she lost it, so she's got no quick kill for Bowser today.
Good little time here.
Paraducks might actually finish ahead of her.
Yeah. Again, Paraducks having the hammer.
It's going to be close, but got a shot to take it overall. And Seawolf.
Paraducks may want that shine because if you can finish ahead of Sky, that's a big accomplishment here. So
absolutely,
this might be a little bragging race here, even though they aren't racing each other right now.
Yeah, and Paraducks, keep in mind, has been playing with his back to the wall since he started 0-2 in this tournament. He has caught fire the last couple of weeks and has really done it very well for himself. But unfortunately, he missed the jump, so...
Oh, boy. Paraducks was interesting because Sky has Bowser in a bad location almost, and so much of the bragging rights, but nevertheless, Sky has won the match against KillerApp, so she will be advancing to round number 3.
Yep.
To the quarterfinals.
She finishes with an official SRL time of 46 minutes, 32 seconds. GG's for Skybilz, are the top seed of the tournament.
Yep. Man, oh man, this has been quite a seed in some areas. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, really. World 6, who knew 4-6 could be so awful?
Fred found a way to make it awful.
Yeah.
If you think any level is free, put in a randomizer and let's see what happens.
Yeah, they had to soften you up.
Yeah, Paraducks losing his firepower, so he can't go for the fire killing Bowser. Unfortunately, we'll have to also just take out the brakes to get him dead here.
KillerApp gets through World 5.
Yeah. So, just FYI, for those who don't know, when we begin round 3, again, we have players in a different time frame in the tournament stage in our bracket. Just because of we had a forfeit and we have people that have seeded higher. So, some people like Sky had a bye to round 2, just waiting for their opponents. So, once we get the winner of the match we need, she'll probably have a little bit. We have 2 more races that need to happen before she will know who she's going to race. One of those races will be today.
Yeah, we have it's Grand Pooh Bear and Raikou Rider are going to play each other. That's going to be a good one.
Yep. In fact, that will be the next match you'll see coming up. Not sure which channel yet, but that will be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time tonight.
Yeah, and then the other match that she'll have to wait for before the second round is when Chuck Attacks and Human Mustard will be playing each other. Another, I think that's going to be a really good one.
Yep. And speaking of good, we game good for Paraducks, finishing up his race as well with an official SRL time, 48 minutes and 6 seconds for him.
Nicely done.
Yep. So, a couple of sub 50-minute times, ain't nothing wrong with that. All things considered with this seed, consider that one a blessing, because woo. So we may see if we can get a couple.
I just sent a message. Sky's coming.
Well. Yeah, so if you haven't already, make sure you drop these players a follow. Again, you can see more Mario action. And of course, all these players play a lot of other games too. Speedrun, casual fashion as well. So, as a matter of fact, I believe I saw Seawolf doing some Where's Waldo attempts prior to starting. So,
joining us now in the post game show is Skybilz. GG.
Thank you. That was by a county mile the most stressful Mario seed I've ever played.
Oh, I know you were scared at the beginning because I was like, yo, you were taking some devs here. That seed did not start out pretty for anybody. Everybody was dying.
You knew it couldn't be good. I mean, World 1 God Pipe, you knew something was coming.
Here's the thing that got me. It was a bunch of dumb stuff at the beginning. I took Wendy down to my surprise. I'm like, oh great, here this comes. Took on Wendy, alright. And then I get to World 2, one of the music boxes bounces off fine, and then we just get a bunch of weird sprites in the other stage after I tried it. And then Fire Brothers, it's like, come on. Really? Give me a break.
Yeah,
outside of that, it almost went swimmingly by comparison then.
Yeah, unfortunately, between your opponent and Paraducks64, we had a lot of this, a lot of game overs. KillerApp was just having some issues with, unfortunately, with our big stage there. Those between the Boss Bass, that was probably about 10-15 deaths between two players.
Yeah.
On that one stage alone. It was really tough. And of course, you all know in a randomizer, those stages just happen. You don't want to see them happen, but sometimes you just have the wrong combination of enemies. You have minimal power-ups, and it becomes Kaizo-like almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4-6 was definitely the psychic break in the match, and amazing it happened so early. But as John says, that happens. And not to leave you out, welcome, Paraducks.
Hello.
Yep, congrats on you also moving on to your next round.
Thank you. I was just cruising through the stages. Didn't make a lot of errors. World 7 was unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, entering the first pipe and seeing that it was a lock should have saved the hammer.
Yeah.
Last world, but
yeah, it was interesting to know. In fact, people don't realize, typically you use a hammer because you just don't know what stage is coming up. You don't know where the pipes will take you. But that's one of those instances where if someone had been a little bit timid and held back, the time saving on that world would have been ridiculous to make up any deficit that you might have had. So you just don't know how the randomizer will work,
Yeah.
There was a... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
There was a turning point in that seed for me. Okay, so all that stuff had happened in the beginning I talked about. Then I hit the water auto-scroller, and I think I had 2 lives left at this time, and it would have knocked me down to 1 life. And I was thinking to myself, well, I can go to the other stage and, I only have 2 lives left, or I can just fight this out, I already got my power-up. When I saw the nanny blooper push itself, I'm like, that's it, it's a sign, I need to die here, I need to go to the other stage. And sure enough, the other stage ended up being 5-4, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just saved a ton of time there.
Yeah. I saw that little hesitation, I'm like, well, she didn't die immediately, so she might be that counter, like, should I? Should I not?
Yeah.
The other thing is the Hammer Brother in 5 upstairs, in Vanilla 5, I should say, upstairs, really scared me because if that one held a hammer and he went to the other side and my opponent caught that and he could have skipped all of Vanilla World 7. And that was a really scary thing to think about as well.
Yeah, I have actually, it's interesting you say that because it's come up, I think, in talking to Fred, hey, kind of like, can you dump a log of what all the Hammer Brothers held so we'll know what we missed? Like what's in all the items, all those levels, like the whistle stages and things like that. It's like, what did we miss out on?
Yeah, it's like with Zelda. It's like, okay, what could you have gotten?
Good old spoiler log.
Yeah.
Who knows? May happen. But yeah, so nevertheless, though, so that means just FYI, Paraducks will move over into round 2, which is, I'm sure, doesn't mind that one bit.
No, but my opponent is good, so one of the top 5 in the tournament.
Yeah, you will get Gimp Extreme in round 2.
Yeah, that's going to be good stuff. And of course, meanwhile, Sky, because she was already in a round 2 match, KillerApp moved forward. They had a forfeit in the tournament, unfortunately. But Sky's going to move into round 3, aka the quarterfinals, where, if you don't already know, it's going to come the best of 3. So you have to deal with this for at least a couple of hours, probably now. Close to a couple of hours. Who knows? Y'all might have some 35-minute seeds for all I know. So it's going to be fun.
I'm all for it. This was actually the match I was the most concerned about because it was one and done. If I just have a bad round in the next one, it's totally okay because it's 2 out of 3. This was the one I was worried about today.
You know?
Yeah. I'm with you on that one because, like, you never know. It could be just like one thing or 2 things and done. Out.
Yep, indeed. So, even though Sky doesn't know who she'll fight, we don't want to beat anybody down, but we do again. We do have the match between Grand Pooh Bear and Raikou coming up tonight at 8:30. The other match that needs to happen is between Chuck and Human Mustard, which will be tomorrow. To think about how much stuff we have going on here in this tournament, we have a 4-way race, which we're just kind of concluding up now. And tomorrow, if you can believe it, there are 2 4-way races tomorrow. You know, so it's going to be a lot of stuff happening between today and tomorrow. You realize that we still have 6 more races to happen. Or I can't count. Yeah, 6 more.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But we got to get these people down so we can figure out these final players now. We got a lot of stuff to see. Again, single elimination here. So until we get to round 3.
Like the real March Madness, there is never a dull moment. There's always going to be Mario action.
Yeah, we got to have that. So, but yeah, so Sky and Paraducks, you can breathe with sigh of relief for now. Sky, you can wait for a couple of days. You ain't got to worry about nothing for a little bit.
To be honest, after this seed, I do need a break.
So what you were saying is the seed is just a little too easy for you. We need to ramp up the difficulty.
No. When one of the easiest levels in the game, in my opinion, which is the one fortress, which is initially in World 4, is covered in booze, and even that was a struggle. I'm just like, okay, the seed is done. Get me out of it.
If you and your opponent want some more challenges, we can arrange, a special seed if you like, because you'll be on the same playing field. Both of y'all have some treachery to get through. So if you really want it,
Kaizo Mario 3. Yeah, there we go.
You could have fooled me, Big John. I thought you vetted this seed with the number of boss basses on here.
Well, I mentioned earlier while you all racing, I'm not sure if you heard or not, but I said, I did mention to Pro, I was like, there seemed to be a higher frequency of boss bass and suns lately in the tournament. I wonder how that happened.
Yeah.
So,
still chalking it up to coincidence.
See, I was too busy scaring everybody. See, that was my whole plan to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna take out hammers. So while you all are so dreadfully scared of the fact I'm gonna remove hammers, I'm doing something completely different.
Hey, I did the card game this time. I paid my dues.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Understandable. I mean, want to get yourself a nice little stockpile after that start. Also, see if you can get anything good out of it. Unfortunately, the second part was no, but still a nice stockpile.
Yeah, I didn't complain in the slightest. And the other weird thing, no clips in that seed. No clips in that one.
Yeah, 7-1, 7-6 weren't there. 7-5, trying to get out of there.
Apparently, Classic Gamer said that's not good enough for a challenge. I don't see you sitting at the top of the brackets. Oops. Now, see, I'm just saying. See, I've had to tell Classic Gamer is in the tournament, talks a lot of junk. But, I always warn people, be careful because you might end up with egg on your face.
That's not really. I mean, we joke about Boss Bass and the Angry Sun. The real challenge was the mental game in that seed.
Oh,
you know, hitting your, just slapping yourself after you found out, oh my gosh, if I didn't use that hammer in 5, I could have been past 7 by now. That's the kind of thing that's really scary about this. It's the mental game. It has nothing to do with what's physically on the screen there. It's the randomizer part of the game that makes it challenging.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. You can't worry about the stuff that you didn't know was going to happen in the first place because you just don't know. Again, it becomes a gamble.
Right.
It literally becomes a gamble whether or not you decide to use it. Oh, what are you doing? All of a sudden it pays off in the next world, Yeah.
We're getting a notification that we need to switch over soon, dear.
Yeah.
Just when we were getting to the good part.
I know.
But Paraducks, I did want to congratulate you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like I said, coming from where you started, you're on fire right now.
Yeah, I started poorly, but yeah, I've been practicing every day, 1 seed or 2, and learning the stages.
Yeah, what's been the biggest thing you think that's really kind of helped you, like specifically through all your practice?
I mean, just learning the stages, where the enemies spawn. Can be good too. Knowing the layout of the levels and.
Yep, that happens. So, just an FYI, as we begin to wrap this up, coming up next on Speed Gaming 2 here, we do have a Mario Sunshine race again. There's tons of stuff going on Speed Gaming. So you'll be able to catch that in a little bit as we wrap up this race. And of course, we have the 8:30 p.m. race coming up between Grand Poobah and Raikou Router. That will be... What channel is that going to be on, actually? Is that Speed Gaming 1?
Not sure.
Gotta check out that. Some of them, again, with so much stuff going on, we have to see where it's actually going to be at.
Spreadsheet doesn't say.
Yeah, it might not be marked as it. Actually, I think it's going to be on. So the 8:30 one is going to be on Speed Gaming, right? On Speed Gaming main channel, Speed Gaming 8:30 p.m.
Nice.
Yep. So not sure about the 10:30 quite yet.
Yeah.
So do y'all have any other questions for us?
I mean, we could even ask for you. Like, are you scared? No. No. How does it feel to still be undefeated? Let me ask you this, guy. When's the last time someone has actually beaten you in a Mario 3 randomizer race? Or can you even think back that far enough?
I want to say I lost during one of my charity races, and Pooh claims it wasn't him, so it must have been to Mitch. There was the one where if you combined all of our races together, technically Raikou had a 2-minute faster time on the seed. Still, if you want to take a look at that. No, not even 2 minutes, like a minute or so, but still, I'm trying to think if there's any other instances, though. I mean, I've been doing this since Alpha, and I can't remember beyond those 2 times isolated.
I mean, I was kind of close to you.
Yeah, you were. If you had held on, if you hadn't lost your hammer suit, I think you probably would have won, or it'd have been like a 5-second difference.
I was hyping up the bragging rights there, but no, you had to go damage. So,
KillerApp, after a torturous start, is finally reached the end.
Yeah, KillerApp, again, I'm sure he would not mind one bit if all boss basses were removed from the game, because that just, unfortunately... I think it's wrecked him a little earlier.
I think the boss basses sunk him when he played against me. He just had... They were in 7-8, and they just chewed him up.
Yeah.
I will say the nerves are gone, and I'm totally ready for next time. I'm going to be twice as ready for the next match.
Twice as ready. Well, so
alright, that means we have to make the seed twice as hard.
Oh.
I mean, hey, you can afford to lose one game, so hey, may as well up the difficulty.
Nah.
Yeah, we might need a 5-hour block of time on Speed Gaming for that one. You
Who
know?
is picking on me, John?
I don't, cause everybody's scared to play you. A lot of people are just a little. I mean, it's good. You know, the thing is, you only get better at some of these games by playing someone that usually is better than you. That's even in speed gaming, you know, speed racing or whatever. You know, that's how you get better. You know,
I agree.
force you to step up your game a little bit.
Joining us now in chat, KillerApp23.
Hey
So,
guys.
Mr. Killer App,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like, I'm sure you had fun, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
after
how about
World
that?
6, I had a lot of fun.
I don't. God, everybody's scared to
What-
play.
what-
you. A lot of
what
people just
was
little-
the-
I mean, it's good. You know, the thing is, you only get better.
What
at some
was
of these games
the
by playing
thought
someone
going through your mind,
that
man?
usually is better than you. That's
Well,
even speed
I knew his
gaming,
first,
speed
like,
racing or
even
whatever,
if I
you know? That's how you
went
get
through
better.
that level first
you know?
try and got through World 6, I still
Force
would
you
have
to
lost.
step up
But
your game a little bit.
yeah, I was
Joining
pretty
us
frustrated
now in
after
chat,
the first game
KillerApp23.
over.
So, Mr.
Oh, boy,
Killer
man.
App,
This is that seed that you're just gonna burn and
Yeah.
never ever look at it
I
again.
don't know what to say. Like, I'm sure you
Yeah,
had
and
fun,
of course
right?
we get
Yeah.
hammers like right at the end.
Go ahead and lob out
Yeah,
that
I
answer.
wasn't happy about that fact either. I'm looking all over the seat. Now, question, Killer App, did you get
was
the hammer
the-
off the muncher
What
at
was
the back
the
half of
thought
Vanilla
going through your
7?
mind, man?
I didn't play the first one. I only played the other one.
Yeah, so then you did get it if you found the
Yeah.
second one. It was the one
That's-
towards the
this
end.
is
That
seed
that
you're
did
just
have a
gonna
hammer
burn
and
and
that
never
was
ever look at it
crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
well,
I
I'm Killer App. I
wasn't
tell you
happy
what,
about that fact
I
either. I'm
applaud
looking
you
all over the
for
seat. Now, question,
not
Killer
giving
App,
up
did you
because
get the hammer
I can't
off
imagine
the
how frustrating that can be.
muncher at
And
the back half of
many of us have been in
Vanilla
that situation. Unfortunately, this happened during the doggone
I
bracket
mean, Boss
phase,
Bass
unfortunately.
wasn't even the worst part. It was hitboxes and those damn Paragoombas.
Mm-hmm.
They're the worst enemy in this darn
Yeah,
game.
so then you did get
No
it.
one likes
If you
those,
found
man.
the
We had some
second one. It was
Paraguma
the one
deaths. We
towards the
had
end. That did have
some
a hammer
Micro
and
Goomba
that was
deaths.
crazy.
You know, it was. Yeah, the Goombas are unleashed in this version. It seems like. Yeah, man. Well, I'm Killer App. I tell you what, I applaud you. But don't worry, because you can still find. I'm sure Killer App would not. I can't imagine playing Mario 3 Randomizer.
Nope.
Many of us he plays a lot of randomized, by the way. If you don't follow Killer App, there's a lot of stuff. Maybe even that NES Open Randomizer. Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Mhm.
Oh boy. No one likes those. Well, nevertheless, you all. So again, Skybilz will advance to the third round, best of 3 there. It seems like we have Paraducks moved on to round 2. Who will be doing still in single elimination. Again, players pending on the upcoming race today. A lot of randomized, by the way, and tomorrow. So, there's a lot of stuff. Who has Echo going on? Who has the stream open randomizer? Who is it? Yeah, that's the good stuff. Yeah, who did it? Oh boy. Well, nevertheless, you all. So again, who is it? Skybilz will advance. I know you love us all and everything, but third round, best of 3 there. Anyway, yeah, Paraducks moved on. So we are just about waiting for Steve to wrap up here. Still in single elimination. Again, players pending on the upcoming race today and tomorrow. So, who has Echo going on? Who has the stream? Echo. Who is Echo? Who did it? Who is it? We have no idea. By the way, y'all, if you all are curious to see about all the good stuff about the brackets and whatnot, you can type exclamation SMB3. In fact, we're going to update the races today, so we're going to reflect the changes. But for all the details about it, exclamation SMB3. You're going to check out all the stuff there. The bracket, what's randomized. If you want to play the randomizer yourself, you can download a copy of it and check that out. And play it yourself. Who knows? Maybe you can be in the next tournament when we do it whenever. Right?
Absolutely. Okay. Soft.